Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another anime first impression video. Welcome back once again, guys. I'm gonna make clear this is not from the current season of anime. This is I don't want to consider it retro, but that's just the best way to separate it from the other series. This is an older series. It's gonna be almost 10 years like this year. Like, I guess it's pretty old. 10 years this year from when it started running. It is called Shirobako. It is dubbed and subbed in hidive. 24 episodes, I believe. Now the manga aired in 2014, and as well as the anime airing kind of right after it. So it it published, I think, a novel later on, and then there was like, I think, sequels to it, or maybe no, not sequels, OVAs to it, that I guess hopefully I can get my hands to them eventually. But for now, I did start watching the 24 episode anime adaptation. The manga, crazy, 2 volumes only. So, and I think it's crazy because you have animes that are 12 episode long, and they have a manga series of like 10, 12 volumes. So whenever you get a 24 episode, which is a lot longer, to a 2 volume manga is just insane. So, anyways, guys, before anything else, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can find more older anime reviews here, as well as new anime reviews and first impression videos. So, again, the best way to follow those is to subscribe. So make sure you guys are subscribed, and thank you for the love and support. Let's talk about this. So, Shirobako follows the lives of four best friends. Aoi is kind of the main one. I feel like they've hinted of other ones, but maybe not. But essentially, the anime starts with them being in high school and doing this production together, and it kind of goes pretty fast. But it's an animation club, and they promise that they're gonna make an anime donuts. That's kind of like their wish and goal of life. And they're like, promise that we're gonna come back together and complete this. Well, years pass, and Aoi is just a production assistant. She is one of the lowest positions that you can get when it comes to animation production, but she's in that job, right? The anime starts with kind of her in her car with like a face of defeat almost, and then when the anime actually starts after the credits, she seems a little bit better. Like, it seems like she's happy with the job she has, but she's also growing tired of it. And I think a lot of us can relate to that, where you are in a job because you know that it's a stepping stone and that's how you see it. But then instead of being a stepping stone, it just becomes your job. um, and then you just kind of like don't know what is next. Like, what is next after that? Are you ever going to improve? Are you ever going to make more money? Um, so that's kind of where she's at. The whole episode is her. Well, first they complete an episode, it airs. The whole team is excited about it, but then the next episode that's going to release is not finished. So she is able to get a artist who's part of the company to do the last parts needed for the episode to complete. And essentially, we get kind of like the background knowledge and scenes of what it looks like for someone to be able to rush through an episode to be finished. Honestly, I really like the type of animes that this one is, because it's a genre that's not really, it's not highly popular, because one, it does bring up into debate a few questions, which I'm gonna bring one right now in just a second. But two, a lot of people just are not interested in the everyday job of people. To be honest, I myself am interested because it shows the back. story and the different POVs of the people that put their effort into creating the animes and the mangas and everything that we enjoy as otakus and weebs here in the U.S. So that's one reason I like it. But two, it definitely opens a lot of questions and debate. And I think this first episode that puts debate is that need of like of rush. Like everyone it has their own job and production to do, and if one is late or one does not do their job, then it's a domino effect. And we see that in the episode where she has to go to this person and tell this person, hey, this is the new schedule. Hey, now you have to wait. Hey, now you have to wait because we're not ready for this part. And now instead of doing this, you need to do that. And she does this for like it's like a 10-minute thing. Like she's doing this left and right, trying to get everything ready because again she's the assistant, so she's kind of like the go-to person. And even though she wants to do better, she can't. All she can do is basically get all get all the things together and make sure and hope that everyone does their job. And I think as a Western consumer country and just society, because not just the U.S. but the Western view in general. We want animes and we want them with the best animation, with the best music, with the best everything, and we want this week after week after week after week. I think this creates this toxic environment for these companies. I mean, look at Mappa. That's a great example that they've had history of their people just quitting because they're just overworked and it's just too much, and it's like they want we want and I say we want the best production for every episode and stuff that for movies it takes years, and we want it week after week after week. So just shows the pressure that a lot of these people have in their shoulders, because it's not an option either to say they're going to go on a hiatus for a week, right? Yeah, so it's intense. It's really is intense. The episode ends with her going to the artist to get the finished touches that they need for the next episode production, and she ends up finding them unconscious. That's how the episode ends. Um, it's very intense in the sense of like we as a society put this pressure on them, and this is what creates people that overwork themselves so much that they they completely fall crash. They don't know, like they can't continue, so yeah, it's a good reminder of to be appreciative of what we have and what we get, and sometimes the stuff that we get that we might not like, sometimes we also got to appreciate the fact that there was a lot of effort and passion and love that was placed into it. So I do also, it's a reminder for me because sometimes I do harshly review stuff without thinking twice of how much effort was put into it. So um, it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you check out my other first impression videos. I will have the review for this one once I finish it. It is going to take longer because it is 24 episodes, so it takes longer to watch 24 episodes. But we'll hopefully have a review soon. So thank you again, guys, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.